Hi guys.
Hi guys.
Welcome to episode 10, the Magnum episode, the magnificent episode, the M&T episode 10.
I'm gonna spoiler alert. Tiff's drunk.
We record the pre thing after we've actually done the entire thing.
This bit that we record after the main episode.
So we've drunk the Magnum.
So the Magnum has gone. Look, I'm going to be really honest. You're looking right now and you can see this is a long episode. We really do truly hope that you enjoy it. I'm going to put it out there right now. There is a little test at the end of the episode.
Just crack on.
We need you to listen to it.
Listen to it.
We talk about a lot. We have a lot of questions. We've got a kids section for the first time ever.
No swearing allowed.
No swearing in that section, but we did for the fucking rest of it.
Well.
Anyway, it's a long episode. We won't take up any more of your time.
Enjoy it. Sit back, relax, drink your wine, do your gym.
Get a
do
bottle
whatever.
open.
See you later. See you in the episode.
See you in there. Good luck, everyone.
Hello. We're here. We're back. It's time for episode 10.
Episode 10 of the M&T podcast. How do you feel?
I feel like I need to start drinking before we get cracking because this could take a while.
It could. So, Tifflar right now is opening the Magnum. I haven't actually checked. What's it called?
This is from Can Rich Ibiza, so helping the local economy.
Well, we like to help local business.
And this is a rosé called Bez. And it's an ecological wine from 2019.
Wonderful. The most important thing, though, is the size of it, Tifflar.
It is a Magnum.
We've gone with a Magnum.
We've gone for 150 centilitres of rosé goodness at 12% volume. Do the maths. We're getting drunk.
What a great Saturday it's going to be.
Oh, so I'm going to
we
talking, I don't know how this is going to work.
We said a few episodes back, probably right at the beginning of the M&T podcast, that if we got to episode 10, that every 10th episode we would do a Magnum. And most episodes last between 45 and 50 minutes. This is technically twice the amount of wine. So strap in, folks. It could be a long one. Technically, you've already opened the podcast. You know how long it's going to be. I guess we just apologise in advance.
Yeah, I'm still going on this.
She's still working on opening it, which is why I'm just sort of babbling on.
It's a big bottle.
It is. Try not to smash it. That would be awkward, wouldn't it?
I already said that on the... Okay, we're good.
All right, she's good.
Incoming.
I do like.
Oh my God, it's between my legs and it's really cold.
I do like the sound of the pop. So straight up. Wonderful.
Could you hold out your beverage holder?
My vessel. So, for those eagle-eyed viewers watching on YouTube, you will see.
Oh, that's a hell of a vessel, though. Look at that. We have diminished some of that bottle, and it's going in the cooler.
Anyway, so as some of the eagle-eyed viewers on the YouTube will see, we still don't have wine glasses, but this week we're drinking from mugs, Tiffler.
Yes, we are. We're drinking out of Rory Dovner special Alice in Wonderland
Bone china
with a 22 karat gold rim.
Well, cheers.
So for everyone who said it doesn't.
Can you imagine if they chatted? Just.
For everyone who said that they were mad at us for not having wine glasses, well, now we have mugs.
We do what we want. Oh, nice wine.
Oh, yes, Can Rich.
Yeah.
But for everyone who is so into the fact that we haven't got our wine glasses, I had an update, didn't I? For those who don't watch the vlog, I did have an update.
You did get an update.
We're going to have
yesterday.
our stuff by the end of September.
Inshallah mañana.
That is our new saying. Discuss your thoughts on that one.
What, the fact that our stuff won't be here until the end of September?
Well, no, you're inshallah mañana. I'm really worried I haven't pressed record, so you do that and I'll...
Okay.
I think I have.
You do your thing. See, this is why usually I'm in charge of technology. Don't question yourself, love.
I'm generally always right.
I think a lot of people look at us as professional YouTube and podcasters. The fact is that we kind of make it up every week, every day, and a lot of the time we make mistakes.
Yes.
So yes, our stuff will be here September.
Mm-hmm.
We kind of hoped August would be the month, but
We might have wine glasses sooner though, because we have done an order from a certain Swedish shop.
we have done. Did you order wine glasses from that?
I did, because they match the tumblers that we already
Oh,
have.
they did. They're kind
To
of.
match the bar,
they're
like
not-
cut
Yeah, they're kind of. those
glass. I was going to
jaggedy
say
kind of-
crystal, but they're not crystal. They're for sure
I
not crystal.
don't think that Swedish store does crystal, does it?
No. This has been a big week.
We say that every week, but it really has been a big week. Let's discuss
Start
this
from
week.
the very beginning.
Go on then.
Monday. I probably sat at the desk all day. Tuesday, we went to see Fatboy Slim at Ibiza Rocks.
We did. Okay, this is great. So let's start with that. How was? A lot of people will have watched the video, but we can talk about it in a little bit more length here. How was Fatboy Slim?
Really good. We drank too much.
Way too much.
It was okay until, the next day. But no, very, very enjoyable. Very good to be back at Ibiza Rocks because, that's my second home. And really good to see people. Saw a bunch of people came to say hi, which was nice.
Yeah.
And we saw some people that we met in town the other week. And
Yeah.
it kind of makes you feel like
Met
a bit
a person
more of
who's been watching all of our videos.
Yeah, that's
who came
true.
over and wanted to have a chat about the grapevine.
Yeah. So it was really, really good. And obviously the gig was smashing and Fatboy Slim was great and everybody was having a good time and we want to go again next week.
Yeah, at the
'Cause he's
moment
back.
it's
Sarah said she's off as well.
so well that instantly makes the taxi there and back cheaper.
See.
Basically, for anybody who doesn't know the geography of Ibiza, we are on the other side of the island to San
So
Antonio.
it's €40 each way.
Yeah, it's €40 a taxi.
That's quite a lot.
If you can split that with people, then it makes it suddenly much more worth it. But Fatboy Slim is playing again on Tuesday, and excitingly so is Patrick Nazemi.
Yes.
He doesn't listen to the podcast, but if for any reason he does, that is the reason why I would go and nothing less.
He doesn't listen to this, love.
Of course he doesn't. Why are you on your phone?
I was getting a last minute question through.
Were you? Do you want to ask it now?
No. It's adding
Okay.
to the list.
So Fatboy Slim was great. How did you find it?
I knew where it was.
How did you find it being at, obviously, a superstar DJ in the home of dance music and not being able to dance?
You could wiggle.
You could.
And we did some wiggling.
We did. But how did you find the whole social
I don't mind
distancing
sitting down
kind
at a
of?
table and watching. Because I'm old. We were saying before, you used to want to be a VIP and have a table and sit down. And now nobody wants it when you all wanted it before.
It's true. It is true.
I'm so happy to sit
Yeah.
down and drink and watch. And obviously we were on the balcony, and I would have liked to have been able to go down to the pool and stuff. We just couldn't do that. But yeah, I'm not hugely fussed. I know I can't wait till going to an actual club and dancing and being sweaty and everyone in there and things like that. But not fussed to sit on a bed or at a table and just chill and
and
watch.
you know what? Their venue is set up for it. I think they've got it down to
They've
a T.
nailed it.
is
They've
the
bought
whole
a lot more beds this year. That's
lots
what they
of
did.
lots of beds, lots of tables, and so you've got your space, and you've got servers coming to you, and waiters and waitresses and stuff, and you can pretty much have what you want. It was funny to watch though that you literally can't dance.
Yeah.
So the security, as Fatboy Slim comes on and sort of lands banger after banger,
Yeah.
are telling you to sort of calm down if you're being overzealous with your wiggling.
Overzealous.
It's a good word, that, isn't it?
Yeah.
Zealous.
Yeah, it is a good word.
So that was a little bit strange, but absolutely be under no illusion. It was great to
Really
be
good.
there. Really good to be out. And it was Fatboy Slim. I mean, for fuck's sake. But that's I would say that for me is a bit of a life tick. Seen Fatboy Slim live, yes,
Yeah,
done
because
it.
you've never done it
I
before.
hadn't before.
So
I
that's
hadn't
really
seen him.
exciting.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's really good. Yeah, very, very good. The slight hangover the next day wasn't so ideal, but we got through it. I did some work.
It wasn't the worst hangover. I think we were just a bit hungover.
Okay.
I've had worse hangovers.
Oh, yeah, definitely had worse. It was just a bit hard to do work, but I did my work.
You did. You always do.
So Wednesday was definitely chill. try not to die. And then, we walked into town and got on the Padron.
We did. What does that mean?
We registered at the town hall. That's very boring, so we're going to skip past that because it was on a video anyway. And then Thursday, work day. What happened on Thursday?
God knows. Oh, Thursday was the really boring day.
Oh, yeah. We did nothing.
I did a bit of gardening and you did literally a flat-out 12-hour day of work.
That was a day.
Yeah. But then, you know what? That's the reality of life. I know I've discussed this and discussed it with you, and I think on the podcast as well, I'm really conscious that we put out our daily videos and we know that people enjoy them and people are liking them. But for us, as life settles into normal, because we're not on holiday, there are going to be days where there's not going to be much to do or to video and to talk about. But that was a really popular vlog. People really enjoyed it.
Didn't do anything?
Yeah, the one that I was like, this is just normal life.
I'm just going to try and move my mic because I'm just not comfortable.
Okay, love.
So sorry for background noise. I'm just going to... This'll do.
Are you happy?
Yeah, that's way better. I can lean back. Be comfortable.
Okay.
I love it.
I might have to do a similar thing.
Okay, you do yours now.
This is the downside of doing the podcast on this side of the house.
Why?
Well, when we're at the table, at the dining table, it's really kind of easy to sort of be at your microphone. But this, I think, because it's all
this
like a bit of a coffee
absolutely fine,
table.
though.
Yeah, as long as they don't fall off.
They're not going to.
All right.
Just put your little thing down a bit and you'll be fine. Yeah, because I can see your face now.
Oh.
Actually, no, put it back.
Funny. So yeah, life, as we were saying, life
and then Friday.
Well, let me before we get on to Friday.
Thursday was boring. Let's skip it.
But we're talking about. Oh, you're already annoying, and you're only half a cup into your wine.
Finish my cup.
This is supposed to be a long episode. Calm yourself. No, life is getting normal, and so I guess I'm just very conscious that people look to us to, I don't know, be entertaining and fun and exciting all the time. But there are going to be days.
We have a lot of exciting life updates. Exciting life update.
Do you know what? That's already annoying me, let alone all of our viewers and listeners. Exciting life update.
And then on Friday.
Okay, move on to Friday because you clearly want to talk.
We went to the Ink House and it was wonderful. So the Ink House is owned by the Dobners and it is a beautiful 8-bedroom villa in the hills, which they rent out. You can check out the website, inkhouse.com. Or inkhouseIbiza.com.
You should probably know that.
Probably. It's so beautiful. We had a full
I've never
tour.
been in a place like it.
It was wonderful and it was so nice. And we didn't film this week, but I'm going to say it here now. We will be filming this podcast from the Ink House soon.
Yeah, in the next few weeks. Maybe not next week, but we are going to be, we're going to be filming and recording the podcast from the Ink House.
Very exciting.
It's an incredible villa. It is
yet.
beautiful. They've already said it's fine for us to go and do things there. Have a look at their Instagram, check out them online and things. That house, I mean, their Instagram doesn't show enough yet. That's something that we're going to be working on. Yeah. And I'm going to be making some content for them, which I'm excited about. Yeah. But yeah, from what you do see, you will see what a stunning house.
Are you okay that I've dragged you into my job?
Well, yeah, because you've dragged me into the aspect that actually I quite like making videos and little mini films and stuff. I actually find enjoyable. So if you had roped me in and I was doing admin,
well, like what I do,
your bit, then no, I wouldn't have kept doing it.
Fair enough. So Friday we were there for hours and hours having a look around.
How did we get there, love?
Oh, we got a moped.
Yes, this weekend we have hired a moped.
Excuse you, sir.
This happened last week. I'm so sorry.
God, you're so rude. So yeah, we decided to hire a moped for the weekend before committing to buying one, just so that we knew what we were getting ourselves into, have a little practice, see if we liked it. I actually just thought, we're going to love it and we're going to go buy one right away, and that's going to be it. Turns out, we don't like it at all.
We don't really like a moped.
No. We've had
well, do you know what, actually, let me rephrase that. I enjoy sort of buzzing around town on the moped. So if from here into Santa Eulalia or into any of the sort of neighbouring towns for, a quick 10-minute buzz across town, that is the reason why there's millions of them here. It is perfect for that.
If you lived in Ibiza town, you'd use
Absolutely, because you can park it anywhere. It's really quick, really easy. It uses barely any fuel, and it's just so convenient.
Yes.
However, we got one. The first journey that we did was up the mountain to see the Ink House.
To the Ink House, yeah.
And then today we have gone on an adventure, which we'll talk about in just a minute. But we know that we're going to want to go beyond just the nearby towns. Like, we're in Ibiza because we want to see the north of the island. We want to go to different beaches. We want to go up into the mountains. We want to see all of those amazing things that Ibiza has to offer. And based purely on the experience we've had of the last 2 days, a moped's probably not the right thing for that.
No, yeah. Like, plus point, you get a tan. That's why
you do get a cracking tan.
Little burnt nose right now.
Because you totally forget that you are completely exposed to the sun.
Yeah.
And because you don't actually get hot, because you're constantly in the wind, we've both actually properly caught the sun in the last 2 days.
Today, which is lovely. But yeah, downside, imminent death.
It's quite stressful.
Yeah.
Because you are constantly in a car, you can sort of sit back a little bit, stick the radio on, and although there aren't roads that you're on for very long here anyway, on those sort of highways and sort of the state roads that you're on for maybe 15-20 minutes, you can just stick a couple of decent tunes on and you could sit back.
Be okay
on a
with it.
moped, that is 15-20 minutes of terror and constant stress.
And wrist pain.
And wrist pain, yeah. I thought I had a strong right wrist. Turns out I don't.
Aw. Your parents watch this.
Well, just, from all the darts that I've been doing.
All the sweeping you've been doing.
Yeah.
All the weed picking.
From my cycling and stuff. Don't know what you're talking about.
Weirdo. Anyway,
my mother will be happy. In fact, right now she's probably just going, hallelujah. They've gone off the idea.
Hallelujah. Why did you... I think you've mixed two things then. You were going to say Allah, and then you changed it to hallelujah.
Do you know what, though? I'm multicultural.
Hallelujah.
Hallelujah. She'll be pleased, as I'm sure probably your mother would be as well.
So now I'm looking for a convertible.
Yeah, we literally
got home and
we've gone from one dickhead move to a completely new dickhead move. We're like, cool, we want a car, but it has to be a convertible.
Oh dear. So yeah, I'd like a little convertible. That'd be lovely.
Well, what we're thinking is we don't even care if it's actually a little bit of an old banger, as long as it's a convertible. Everybody drives bangers in Ibiza.
Yeah.
And actually that'd be quite fun.
Something to do with the transfer if it's over 10 years old that I've just been reading about, literally in the last half hour.
I'm bored already.
Oh,
you do the
I
research.
have to do the admin.
Yeah, but that's what you do. And when it arrives, I'll make some really nice video content of it.
Well,
that is how this relationship works. Get used to it.
Ugh. Anywho. So yeah, that's been the weekend so far. We have literally got back today from a bit of an adventure, and you might have already seen on the YouTubes. If not, there's a link below. Crack on. We went to see the art installations on the other side of the island, Time and Space, and the Doors. I'm just going to call them the Doors because I tried to say it in Spanish earlier and it was
I thought
terrible.
You did really well. I mean, it took you 2 or 3 attempts,
yeah,
but you got
that's smart editing. Las Puertas.
You're welcome.
So these are...
I thought they were really cool. Did you like them?
Very, very cool. Very cool to see. They're on the grounds of... which is owned by the person who kind of owns Cirque du Soleil. And they're two, basically big art installations.
Just massive art installations, kind of in the middle of nowhere, but also
right
in a beautiful spot, right on the edge of a cliff. You can see Esvedra, you can see these wonderful little coves, and the colours of the sea right there are
And we would never
incredible.
get there without transport.
No. And so as much as for the last month we've been totally happy to sort of get the bus somewhere and then have a bit of a wander and come back, you are very limited to, okay, well, you can go to the towns then.
Yeah.
And this is exactly what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
We want to go and see amazing things that are probably half an hour up a mountain or hidden
some more
away.
wine, please?
Yes, you can. Once I've finished, be polite.
Oh.
We've been through this. And that's why we do need some kind of form of transport.
Yes.
But we're
Yes.
saying no to mopeds. Okay, you have ploughed through that. Turns out this won't be a long episode.
I don't want people
Sorry,
to...
folks, she's clearly thirsty today.
Yeah, but look at how much wine is left in that bottle.
I'm actually quite nervous pouring it.
Pour it over your shoulder like they do in the beach clubs.
I'm not going to do that.
You need to be like a 6-litre bottle of wine for that. Oh, I saw somebody who had a 6-litre bottle of Whispering Angel and I want to be their friend and they're drinking buddy. What do you... 6-litre bottle of wine next?
There you go, love.
20th episode.
I say episode 25.
Cheshire Cat mug.
Mark my words now, 15 weeks from now. Episode 25. Figure out what date that is. It's probably Christmas or something.
Quick maths.
We do a double Magnum.
I think we might need some guests.
By that point...
Hey Siri, what date will it be 15 weeks from now? Excuse me. Hey Siri. What a bitch. Siri doesn't like
another
me.
bit for me to edit out. That went really well.
Well, no, it can stay in there.
So yeah, today we went there and then we went to a bit of a beach and...
We went to Calatorida for anyone who
Calatorida.
knows where we were.
that is a big beach in Ibiza and it was quite busy, wasn't it?
Very busy.
On your
It's
phone
the
again,
weekend.
love.
I'm Googling when 15 weeks from now it's Thanksgiving.
I wasn't far off then.
November 28th.
End of November. Well, for all of our American listeners, of which I believe we have 0,
Thanksgiving's a Thursday though, but okay.
our Thanksgiving episode...
Will we have a feast? Can have pecan pie.
Pecan pie
Sweet
and a
potato-
double Magnum.
Yeah. And a white chocolate Magnum.
If you want. I think that's a Thanksgiving tradition, isn't it?
What else has been going on? What's been going on in your world?
I've been riding my bike a fair bit.
Yes, you have done
I've been on a
couple
few
of
rides now. And
How are you finding the hills?
the hills are alive with the
the
sound
sound
of my
of-
pain.
You're-
With the sound of my crying. Do you know what? The hills are good. It's painful. It's very different and it's going to take some getting used to. And I believe what they say is it never gets easier, you just get faster. Which doesn't fill me
Isn't
with...
it you just get better?
Or you just get stronger.
God, if you're going to Instagram quote
I believe
properly.
right now, if you look that quote up, there's
La, la, la,
about 3 different versions of it. I'm going with it, you just get faster, or you just get stronger, or you just get better, whatever.
Are you
That
strong enough?
quote doesn't give you any good feeling because what that tells you is it's always going to hurt. You just end up being better at dealing with the hurt.
Well, you just go and do harder things, but still hurt the same.
Yeah. So anyway, I've got myself a little route that's around here and I'm sort of just extending every time that I go on a little ride. And the hope is that, I see a noticeable difference in how it feels when I do those same hills, which the first time I went out pretty much killed me. But already, dare I say it, I think I'm doing all right. I've just got to be consistent.
I'm very proud of you.
Oh, thanks.
You know how we get consistent at things? It's when we don't drink.
Well, we consistently drink.
We're really good at that.
I don't know. I think I went 3 or 4 days this week without drinking. It's the weekend now, so fuck you.
I quit drinking on Sunday. Then Fatboy Slim happened, so...
So you quit again on Tuesday?
That was a practice day. We did a Magnum.
That
and
was,
more.
well, we had 3
We
bottles
had
of
3
wine
bottles
between
of
the two
wine
of us.
in 4-hour period.
Yeah.
Eh.
We are still achieving great things.
So many great things. We sent out for questions early this week, didn't we?
Well, we did know that this was going to be a longer episode, and so usually we would only put out sort of social media stuff of what questions do you have or what thoughts do you have on Friday, so 24 hours before, and that usually gives us enough to sort of get through. But we were nervous, at least I was nervous, that we could end up getting halfway through this bottle of wine and not really having much else to say, because we don't talk that much. Actually, the problem is that we only ever talk to each other, and so we kind of run out of conversation.
We only talk to each other on this podcast. All week we don't talk.
Yeah, just to save the content,
Yeah.
really.
Yeah, exactly.
So yes, we put out the questions earlier this week. I think I put things out like Tuesday, Wednesday, because I wanted to make sure that we had things coming through. And I believe, ladies and gentlemen, we have probably achieved that.
We have got loads, so I think maybe we should begin.
So yeah.
But first, do you want to change the camera?
I'll go change the camera.
You go change the camera then. Put down your cup of tea.
It feels a little bit like a cup of tea.
Yeah, which makes it easier to drink.
My mum said that drinking out of bone china makes tea taste better. I would argue
not the cup of tea I made this morning though, because that was terrible, wasn't it?
Well, that's just the way you made it.
And it was bad tea.
But I would argue it also counts for wine.
Yes. This wine is lovely though.
It is.
Yeah.
Right, I'm going to go do the camera.
Go on. So I think we're going to start with the questions from the kids, which is what it says on the tin, really. We have asked, my older sister has kids, Matt's older sister has kids. We asked them to send us in some questions. Some a bit more intellectual than others.
And, well, they're different ages.
But
love.
so in this, oh yeah, that's true.
They range from 9 to 2. Of course, the level of intellectual ability.
Yeah. Your intellectual
anyway,
ability. Anyway, so we're not going to swear in this section.
So I'm going to say right now,
the
the kids section starts now.
Hi kids.
Hi kids. Uncle Matt and Auntie Tiff here.
Anyone listening's going to be like...
But you know what? They'll be so pleased. And actually, I love their questions. So yeah, we've got nieces and nephews who have sent through theirs.
This will actually teach people about our families as well. So obviously, my older sister has 2 boys, so I have 2 nephews. I can't tell you how old they are because I don't know.
I had to ask my sister how old her kids were.
Oh, you asked? Oh, you...
I know, it felt...
SWAT.
Do you know what? I felt as if it was a black mark against me as an uncle. Because I'm cool Uncle Matt. And I knew generally what their ages were. But, you know, you just can't keep up. Plus, as I haven't mentioned here, my sister has 4 children.
That's true.
So between us, we
That's
have
a
got
lot.
6 nieces and nephews.
And that is why we're not having any of our own.
We've got enough children in our lives.
Yeah.
And they're adorable and they're lovely and we love them. Do you want to start or shall I start?
Let's go with my family and
Go on then.
We'll get started from there. So we actually got a video message, but I have translated it for you because there was a lot of rambling and it was so cute and we loved it. But Rupert, my oldest nephew, he said, how can I become YouTube famous like you guys? I want to make Minecraft videos or the new game that he's about to get, which I'm not sure what it is. And he wants to be on the TV. So how does he do that? And like, what have we done to become YouTube famous?
Well, Rupert, good question. And I'm glad that you think of us as YouTube famous.
We're on the TV.
And I would agree that our 300 watchers on average of our videos would agree.
And nearly 1,100 subscribers, thank you.
Anyway, what you need to do, Rupert, is ask Mummy and Daddy very nicely for a really good camera.
Wow, it doesn't have to be really
Doesn't
good.
know. Any kind of camera.
Or
and
an iPhone.
Do you know what? Just film yourself doing what you love doing. So if you
Which is
love
Minecraft.
just video yourself playing Minecraft.
Gamer YouTubers
They're huge.
make money.
So gamers these days make more money in their tournaments than professional sportsmen do.
No way.
Yeah, like the winner of like a Fortnite tournament
Oh,
won
yeah.
like $2 or $3 million, which is like 6 times as much as like Federer wins for winning the US Open or whatever it is.
Wow. So yeah, if you want to become YouTube famous, be a gamer, get a camera, get
But
cracking.
genuinely, the big gamer YouTubers who are very famous just video themselves playing and kind of talk to the camera to say, this is what I've done today while I was on. And if you do that regularly and consistently, Rupert, you will be YouTube famous, just like your Uncle Matt and Auntie Tiff.
Do gamers have like cheats codes like they did in like...
I don't think that's a thing anymore.
Oh.
I remember cheat codes.
I knew
I
that
don't
it
think
was a
that they
thing.
do those
I
anymore.
don't know what that is.
That we're just showing your age there. Like.
And then Ari, hi Ari. Ari's my youngest nephew. He's a little bruiser. I love him. And he said, is it good? And I'm going to translate that to, is Ibiza good? Is our life good? Is everything good with us?
Very good question, Ari. Yes, it is good.
Everything's
All is
great,
good.
Ari.
Thank you for asking.
We love it. We love it. Thanks for your questions to the
Good
Brickets.
questions, boys.
Bricket boys.
I'm gonna go to my sisters now. We've got a handful of questions from her small troop of children.
Do you only have 4 fingers?
Well, one of them asked 2 questions, so that would make 5 questions. I'm going to go with the order in which they were sent to me. So this is from Everly. Everly is age 7. Hi, Everly.
Hello. 7's my lucky number.
Is it?
Yeah.
Nice.
So I'm born on the 7th.
Yeah.
And I have 7 letters in my name.
So is Dylan.
And isn't your sister?
And my sister.
Yeah.
There's a lot of 7s in our family.
Got that right.
Anyway, Everly wants to know, if you could only go and visit one country for the rest of your life, where would you go?
And this being our home, is it this plus one?
Well, you don't need to visit Ibiza anymore. You
No,
live
'cause
here.
we live here.
And this is what I thought. My answer would have been Ibiza forever.
Yes.
But we don't need to do that now because we live here. So you can
One
only visit
country.
one other country.
Maldives.
Oh, good
You
answer.
can't have that one.
The Maldives.
Because everyone else can fly to these other places too. I don't want to go to the UK.
See, my answer is going to have to be the UK.
Why? Just to appease people?
Well, also to go and see Wolves play.
Well, I'm going to the and you're going to Wolverhampton.
So Everly, Auntie Tiff is for the rest of her life flying to the Maldives.
Emily, you can come to the Maldives with me.
And I'm going to fly into Birmingham
We'll go
Airport.
snorkeling and see all the fishes.
And I'll go to Wolverhampton and watch the football.
Oh, great. Lucky you.
I'll be equally as happy as you are. Next question. This one comes from Quinn. Quinn is 4 years old. And so it starts with a typical 4-year-old question. What's your favourite colour? However, she follows it up with, and what's your favourite thing that is that colour?
My favourite colour is black. Shock. And my favourite thing of that colour is...
All clothes look good in black, don't
all
they?
clothes, yeah, a little black dress or some black heels is lovely. Also, can espresso be classed as black? So like, oh, there's a cat. And like an espresso martini.
Your Tourette's is getting worse, though.
No, there was really a cat.
You can also get black cats. Yes, love. Yes, you can.
Oh, my phone from the Canary Islands is ringing. Shall I answer it and see who it is?
Yeah, answer it live. I can always edit it out.
Yeah, that would be funny. Hola. We're actually busy at the moment. Can we call another time? Yes, an hour is perfect. Thank you. Perfect. Bye bye. That was that Swedish company
Swedish
asking
furniture
for
company.
the payment.
Oh, well, if their website worked properly, then we probably would have put that payment through.
Yeah, true.
So they'll call back and we'll finish
In
that
an
off.
hour.
So your favourite thing that is black? Coffee.
Espresso martini.
Coffee. Lovely. I'm going to go with orange is my favourite colour because my football team they call it old gold. But if you say that your favourite colour is old gold, people punch you right in the face.
Don't promote violence in the kids section of the
I'm
podcast.
not.
Thank
I
you.
am very anti-violence. But if you told someone that your favourite colour is old gold, they're going to go,
Should have thought
you're a
of
bit
more black
weird.
things.
Okay. Question now from the youngest of the troop, from Wilder, who didn't ask this question, but my sister did on his behalf, but didn't want to leave him out. His favourite Disney character is Mickey Mouse, the original. What is yours?
Belle.
And mine's Buzz Lightyear. What are you laughing at?
Because you had that ready.
So did you.
No, I didn't.
You said Belle quicker than you could whistle one.
Whistle what?
Whistle a bell.
Whatever.
I meant ring a bell, but you know.
I actually didn't have an answer because actually when you read these questions out when you got them through yesterday or the day before, I was thinking like core Disney characters, like, oh, okay, then I like Goofy. But then I realised there's a much broader spectrum. And then it's like, as you were asking
Disney's massive now. Technically, Disney own Marvel.
Oh, therefore, Iron Man.
Well, there you go. But I think, yeah,
If you're going classic
we've...
Disney, then Belle, obviously.
Okay, if I'm going classic Disney, I'm going to go with...
Gaston.
Do you know what? I like Donald Duck. Do you know what? Because I just kind of like that he's always angry. He's always just like a bit... about everything.
You have never done that before.
There you go, love. There's a talent you didn't know I had. I do quite a good Donald Duck. Okay. Now we move on to the eldest.
Oh,
So
here
this
we
is
go.
from Dylan. Dylan had to think a little while about his questions. But that's classic Dylan because it
Yeah.
has to be a good question. And I think these
He
are...
reminds me of that kid in Modern Family now.
Which one?
The
really
smart
one. He's a very intelligent young
Your
man.
Mac's gone off.
No, it's just...
Sleeping.
Right, Dylan had 2 questions, and I think these are great. Would you rather fall into lava or fall into quicksand?
Answering this question is difficult because I think at any point you will die. And
Well, yes, both of them.
kids
Both
watching.
of them. There's a very good chance. Yeah.
I think you'd die quicker falling into lava, so therefore that.
I think the same. I think lava. If you've seen Lord of the Rings,
One time.
you know, Gollum falls into the lava at the very end. Spoiler alert! But there is nobody who is watching this or listening to this podcast that doesn't know how Lord of the Rings ends. Anyway, I agree with you. I think lava because it's gonna be done nice and quickly.
Yeah.
Quicksand kind of scares me. You get stuck.
And it's really quick.
Well, it's
Let's sink
the
in the
irony
ring.
is with quicksand is
It's
that
not
nothing
so-
happens quickly.
No, you're just
So
stuck.
we're both going with lava.
Yeah.
All right,
2
good
for 2 on the
question.
lava.
And then Dylan did put in a second question, and I have to honour it because it's a cracking question. Would you rather never leave your home, which is very timely considering the lockdown, or every time you leave home, you have to be naked? That's a 9-year-old who asked that.
Is everyone naked?
He didn't stipulate, but you definitely are.
Well, I think, and especially in Ibiza, because there are a couple of nudist beaches and things like that. So if you lived in that area and you just wanted to pop to the beach, then yeah, that would be absolutely fine.
But it would be that every time you go out. So if you've got to go to the post office,
But that's what I'm saying.
or the
is
supermarket.
everybody else naked? And if everybody else is naked, then it's normal. But if you're just doing it on your own, I would find a delivery company for the supermarket.
So what you're saying is you'd rather stay home.
But no, because I still want to go out.
Where are you going?
The
Where are you
beach,
going that you're happy?
The nudist beach.
Okay, so you're quite limited in the places you can go. Cinema, the pub, a restaurant.
We can build a bar and we have a kitchen.
So what
So we're
Auntie
staying
Tiff's
home,
answer
aren't we?
here is, I would rather stay home than have to always be naked. when
But
I go
if
out.
no,
I'm quite happy.
no,
I
no,
quite
no,
like
no, no, no.
lockdown. Lockdown was fine by me.
No.
Quarantine, stay away from humans, wonderful. I'm staying at home.
But
That's
if
my
it's
answer.
the same rule for everybody and everybody's going out naked, then I'll go out naked.
But I don't want to see everyone naked.
Well, I don't know. Put a blindfold on.
Well, then I might as well stay at home.
Well, I would do it if everyone else was doing it because I am a sheep.
All right, well, then you can go do all the shopping and everything and I'll just stay at home.
Yeah.
Well, there you go. Those are the questions from the kids. There's a new section for us that
It's
that
a
took
good
quite
second-
a lot of
It's a
time.
good section for episode 10.
Um,
And we are going to give all the parents a warning now of about 10 seconds to get your kids out of the room because swearing
Yes.
will return.
The podcast is going to
very,
resume
very
back
soon.
to its
But thank
normal.
you, kids, for all your questions. We really appreciate it. And we'll see you next time.
Yeah.
5, 4,
Bye.
3,
Bye,
2,
kids.
1.
You bunch of fuckers. I can't say you weren't warned.
Yeah.
I like questions from the kids because I think kids just ask the questions, don't they? I think adults
They
overthink
ask
and just...
funny questions.
Yeah, adults are always like, oh, I want this to be really
So
meaningful.
what's on your mind right now? Oh, Disney. What's your favourite Disney character?
Yeah, what's your favourite colour? Love that. What other questions did you get come
Oh, yeah,
through?
hold on. How's your wine going? You
I'm now topping
I
up.
was going to say you haven't even re-poured. Alrighty, Rooney. I have got some questions in. The first one, and while you're pouring, you can think about this. What is the thing about Arthur?
Excuse me?
I was... Oh, hold on. Now I'm going to have to check. There's a thing about Arthur.
Okay, the only...
Yes, it's
Has
that thing.
Someone's messaged you
Yes,
about
saying
Arthur.
ask him about Arthur.
Wow, okay.
He'll know what it is. So
Yeah,
no,
so,
that
okay.
worried me for a second. Jesus Christ.
No, well, we would have edited out if it didn't work. If I believe this is the right person who's asked this,
Who's asked it?
Svetlana,
Um,
Sveta.
No, but no.
somebody from Dubai
Yeah.
who I used to work with.
Yeah.
So I used to get asked, is it Bogdan?
Yes.
Bogdan. Bogdan and Svetlana work together. They're basically,
fine.
they are
Jesus
work
Christ,
hosts
I
and
thought that whole
husbands.
section had messed up then.
No. Okay, so Arthur is obviously a easy word for us to say and name common in the English language. And there is a character in Peaky Blinders who's called Arthur. Now, when Peaky Blinders was really, really big, which I guess it still is now, but when everyone was watching it, a lot of people at work, and I used to work with lots of different nationalities and languages, they would sort of ask me questions about Peaky Blinders because they'd be like, what the hell are they talking
Also,
about?
you can
All
do
that
the
language.
accent, can't you?
Yes, I can, because I used to live in Birmingham. But anyway, there is a character called Arthur, and it would seem that there is a girl at work who just always used to be, it's Arta.
Arta.
Because, like, in her language, there is no th. So we literally would have debates of, it's just Arthur, just say Arthur. And she'd be like, Arthur. And I'd be like, no, Arthur. And so anyway, there was a whiteboard in that office, and I would be like, A-R. There is a T, but the H sort of negates the T. So yeah. I can't believe he's brought that back up. It used to make me angry then. It's made me angry now.
They're gonna love it.
Just say Arthur.
Just say Arthur.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
But that's the sort of thing we used to have to deal with the amount of languages that we had in my old place of work.
Nice. Do you want to?
Thanks for asking, Bogdan.
That was
That's
Bogdan.
a good question.
And that was asked like the day after last week's, which was good. Are we doing a back and forth here? Are you going next?
I'm just trying to tick off the ones that I've done already, because I've got quite the list as we've already. If you've got one ready, then go for it.
Yeah, I've got them all in an organised list. And it's actually it's to me, but I think you'd be quite interested in the questioning. If you could give Matt one superpower, what would it be? And what would your superhero name be?
Go on then.
I haven't really thought about it too much until now, because I thought we could discuss it. At first I thought, maybe if he could just read my mind, but I actually think that's a really bad thing.
I never, ever, ever want to be able to know what's going on in your head.
Why?
Because that's a dangerous place for any husband to go.
Oh, I just thought because it's like so busy. Do you know in that film where
busy?
My head's so busy.
I would think you're dead, because I'd be like, I'm going to read her mind now, and it'll be like, tick tock, tick tock, tick tock. They just the sound of like a breeze, and I'd be like, is she okay?
I'd love the sound of a breeze in my brain. No, I did think that originally. I think if I could give you a superpower.
If you could give me a superpower.
Yeah, if I could give you one superpower, I think it could be. I don't know. Maybe. I'd want to give. I feel like I want to give you something you would benefit from.
No, see, the problem you've got here, and I can see it in your eyes because I'm reading your mind. You're thinking that you want to give me something that's going to benefit you. Because of the way the question's asked is, if you could have Matt to have a superpower, what would it be?
Yeah.
Like, is it so that he can read your mind? Is it so that he can cook anything? Is it so that whereas I think a nice thing that a good wife should do is go, I just want to give him a superpower that's going to make him happy.
Then that's what I've now changed. While I was saying that, I was like, maybe he could just cycle anywhere for any length of time and be really happy.
Oh, an infinite stamina.
And then you could be like,
oh dear. To go with my strong wrists. Tiffla,
I'm glad you have an audible laugh.
She's going to disguise it that I can ride my bike as long as I'd like to, but hidden within that is an infinite stamina. And we'll let you come to your own conclusions, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh, it means you can get the garden sorted.
Yeah, that's it. Get the garden sorted, yeah.
And then you could be called, like, Bike Man.
Bike Man.
Like
for anyone to ride.
No.
He can ride anywhere. He can ride for as long as you like. You have not thought this through, Tiffla. Jesus Christ.
I can't breathe. Oh my god.
Oh, who was that question from?
That was
Please don't say my mother.
No, it wasn't. So I I put the question out on the Ibiza Spotlight forum, and a guy called Shares or however you say it, he messaged me and he was like, I messaged me on Instagram. He was like, I'm from Spotlight, but I got you on your Instagram. Here's my question. What a great question. Biggest laugh of the 10 episodes so far. And I laugh silently, which is not good for a podcast.
It's not great for a podcast.
Gladly you have
I suggest now anybody who is listening to the podcast wants to see what Tiff looks like when she laughs. Head over to the YouTube and fast forward to about 45 minutes in.
Goodness,
we would normally be ending the podcast now.
And we're only just beginning.
We have got plenty of wine left and I've still got lots of questions.
All right, your turn then.
I fear that none of mine now are going to live up to
that was a great question.
That question. I'm sure Ches had no idea.
Probably like Shay or something, and we're just saying like Ches.
Well, we're British. We love to ruin another language. Probably had no idea that.
Oh, that was cracking.
Okay.
Come on.
What would your day look like if you were Tiff for a day?
So that's to you.
And vice versa.
Oh, what? So that's like.
So if I was you for a day.
What would you do?
What would I do? Again, it's a dangerous question, isn't it? Dangerous question.
I'd have a shower.
Definitely have a shower. Stay in there for longer than normal.
Oh, one of my cactuses just fell down.
That's a pity.
I would.
If you were me for a day.
Well, you sit and play your little game a lot. So I'd just do that. And cook on a barbecue and not be like, yeah. No, if I was
Have
you...
a beer at lunchtime.
Have a beer at lunch. If I was you for a day... Oh, I'd only probably need half a day, if I'm honest.
Yeah, because I don't really do much, do I? See, if I was you for a day, I'd get about halfway through the day and then go, Carl, can we just swap back now, please?
Yeah, so I only need half a day and I'd be like, can we swap back
Whereas
now,
I
please?
can only tolerate half a day of being you. Because you're just constant, busy. You're always doing things and talking to people. Whereas I very much enjoy...
Not talking to people.
Days on end, not talking to anybody. And silence is wonderful. So I think this is why we work as well. We really are opposites.
Yes.
That, actually, if you were in my head and I was in your head for one day, it would drive us crazy. But I think that's actually probably a good thing. Because that's why we work well.
I think, though, let's put it out there, if we did switch for that time, I think we'd appreciate each other a bit No, we appreciate each other a lot, but I also think that that would help us appreciate more.
Yeah, because I guess you'd suddenly understand maybe why you do things the way that you do.
If you're in your brain.
What is it that you worry about? What is it that you get happy about and excited about and sort of thing. So yeah, you probably would certainly get a bit more...
We've turned that round really well.
Very mature, well done. Just as this podcast was starting to go south.
We're so in love.
Oh God, and now it's south again. I've never vomited live on a podcast, but you...
Nearly on a WebEx though.
Very quick question. When are we doing a Cafe DM collaboration?
Oh, I'm guessing that's from the guys at Cafe DM. They can come round for a Magnum and do a pod. We've got another one for funsies.
Do you know what? These are the people that we met in a cafe last week and then saw again from a distance at Rocks during Fatboy Slim.
Shall we get them round for a barbecue?
Well, you've said it on the podcast now. It looks like they're invited.
And then you're invited. All right, I'm going to message you the day that.
And you know what? I really do. I know that they want to talk to us about YouTube-y stuff and things, but I really want to.
Yeah, and there's Santa as well, right?
But I really want to talk to them about coffee.
Coffee.
Because I do love a good coffee, but I don't think I'm doing coffee justice at all.
Well, we're not. We're using instant right now, love, and they noticed it on our.
But even proper coffee people even sort of turn their nose up a little bit at an espresso because it's too easy.
Well, yeah. Well, we haven't got the kit to make a.
But this is what I want to learn.
Drip.
So we will do a collaboration soon, guys.
Cafe DM,
we know that you're a listener. We know that you're a watcher. DM us, message us. Let's put something together.
So that's one length of podcast, so we just do another Magnum.
We'll drink as much coffee as long as you can drink as much wine as we do.
What?
And I'm sure that they will.
Oh, yeah. I can make espresso martinis, that's coffee.
It's kind of a mixture of the two, isn't it?
Well, it's vodka, honey, not wine.
It's coffee and alcohol.
Yeah, my favourite
cool.
thing.
Do you have anything? Another question?
Yeah. I've only got like 4 left, so if you have like loads, then carry on.
I have 4
though.
left.
Oh, smashing. Okay, so are you going to consider shaving your beard?
Fully?
Yeah.
No.
No. But why?
Because if I am clean shaven, which I haven't been for about 12 years.
Oh no, you've done it a couple of times.
I've been close. You've never seen me clean shaven, for
Really?
example. Never. I haven't taken a razor
like a real...
to my face for well over 12 years.
And I've only known you for
6.
6. Oh, so long.
So clean shaven, no. Who asked that?
One of the guys from Spotlight again, Panorama. He follows me on Twitter.
Sure they weren't asking you?
You're rude.
And that's the end of the podcast, ladies and gentlemen.
That's the end of this marriage. Bye.
That's a great segue onto a question that I had, which was, what is the meaning behind the fact that you guys on every video and every podcast go, bye? Like, what's the origin of that?
And I asked, because you asked this one the other day to see if I actually knew the answer, and I asked whether you knew, and you said no, right? So you don't know where it originally came from.
I don't remember where it came from.
And you're going to love where it actually, where I think it actually comes from.
Go for it.
I think it comes from RuPaul's Drag Race.
Well, then we're never doing it again.
Well, we've done it. I guess our trademark.
No way. No, I challenge you. Anyone who's got the time and patience, go back as far into our back catalogue of vlogs as you can and find the earliest that we ever went bye and find out if that is before RuPaul's Drag Race became a god-awful thing that exists in the world.
Oh, you're going to get hit by people.
I don't care.
Because
no, I think you're
RuPaul
wrong.
says it and then I say it.
No, I think if anything, RuPaul's Drag Race got it from us.
Well, I'd like it to be that way, but I think that's a lie.
I absolutely guarantee you that we have existed in the universe before RuPaul's Drag Race.
You don't know that.
I do, and
Hey,
I'm confident
Siri.
of it. Oh, here she goes again. When was the first...
Hey Siri, why does Siri not work in Spain?
Why don't you just Google
Is
it?
it going to be like, hola, estoy silly?
She's now Googling when RuPaul's Drag Race first episode came out. Because you're assuming that he started doing it in the first episode.
Season 1 was in 2009.
Okay, so that was
that's before we met.
5 years before we met.
So I reckon they win,
I
we
may
lose.
be wrong.
You're going to be wrong.
Okay, well, fair enough. I'm happy to admit defeat when it's proven to me. But I hate that.
Sorry that that's a thing. Your turn.
My
turn.
That was my question.
My turn. Can I have your spare room?
Well, that really does depend on who asked that question, doesn't it?
This is from a guy called Freakstar on Ibiza Spotlight who lives at Southridge in Dubai.
In Dubai, wow. So literally down the road from where we used to
spot
be.
me on the green doing a little boot camp.
I'm going to be honest. The fact that you live in Southridge, Dubai, makes me lean towards yes. The fact that your name on the forum is Freakstar makes me question slightly whether or not that's going to work.
Someone did then comment like 3 ex-Dubai people living together in Ibiza. What's happened there then? Like, have we all
there
run
is
away?
so many Dubai and Ibiza kind of
again.
like lots of people that spend time between those two destinations. Ibiza and Dubai, or Ibiza and Dubai. They have so much in common, I think. Sort of, there's a lot of expat. There's a lot of lifestyle similarities, nightlife similarities and stuff. So yeah, you do tend to find a lot of people that do both and enjoy both equally.
True.
So in short, can you have our spare room?
For a while.
Yeah.
You can come visit.
Yeah.
Oh, I've got some more. I've just logged on to Spotlight to see if there's any more.
Oh, have you got them coming through live?
I would like to hear Matt's 3 top barbecue tips. 3 top barbecue tips.
3 top barbecue tips. Okay, firstly, get a gas barbecue, right?
Even though we had so many issues.
All right, even if you have watched all of the issues that we had with the gas barbecue, nobody has got enough time in their life right now to wait for a bag of coal to burn, warm up, and then become ready. You've got your temperature control, all of that. just, almost kind of like grow up, right? And get
Grow
yourself
up.
a gas barbecue.
Eduardo has a coal barbecue.
He's the only exception. Eduardo can keep his coal barbecue. He can cook however he likes. So first tip, get a gas barbecue. Second tip, don't clean your gas barbecue sort of like grills
Properly.
all the time, properly, regularly. I learnt this one from my father, and if your father teaches you something about a barbecue, you hold on to it and you pass it on
Why did my
as
father
wisdom.
teach me, drink beers?
Instead of cleaning it, the next time that you turn it on, let it warm up and then give it a good scrape, so that you sort of like take all of the debris off of it and stuff. But a barbecue should sort of age and sort of gain that kind of smokiness and that smell.
When you turn on a barbecue and you can just smell meat right away.
Yes.
Like you can just smell the last time you cooked,
Yeah.
which is probably only yesterday for us.
Yeah.
But it's so nice.
Absolutely. And then thirdly, another top barbecue tip I got from my father, I think this is how barbecues work. It is just passed from generation to generation. Cook your burgers from frozen.
Yeah, that's actually really good because you end up getting them like medium.
Yeah,
which is
because
lovely.
the thing with burgers, and anybody who barbecues will know this, burgers will sort of stick, and then they'll start to sort of fall apart. And as you flip them, they'll sort of almost sort of just get a bit flaky and disintegrate and stuff like that. But keep them frozen and just stick them on the barbecue frozen, and they will cook perfectly. So those are my 3 barbecue top tips.
There's some great top tips right
I've got a question for you, and this one I think is, it came to me from a guy called Stuart on YouTube as a YouTube comment, but I think you'll be better at this than I will. What is one place in Ibiza that you haven't visited yet that you really, really want to?
Oh God, that's a list.
Exactly, you have a list. You have a physical list.
My lists are of a lot of restaurants because I like food and I like reading menus. But like, I do want to go to like some posher places.
Okay.
Like Petunia, which is like S-Veg reviewing restaurant.
Okay.
Very, very
That'd be
nice.
lovely.
It's in like a boutique hotel.
Wonderful.
And the same as like Seven Pines, which we saw earlier today. Like those kind of places is just nice for an experience and really nice. And like, actually, whenever I mention something, Matt's really good at remembering and then sometimes we just like end up doing something, which is really nice. But like there, and then like I've not even been to like Benaras Beach and like been around there for the drumming on a Sunday, which apparently isn't happening this year, but it's something to look forward to in the future. And then some of the other restaurants on Formentera and exploring Formentera some more.
Because I've only been to Formentera the one time
Me
that
too.
we went. Is that the only time you've been?
It's the only time
So
I've been.
Formentera is like a small island just off of
It's
Ibiza, and
Maldivian.
it is beautiful. And I feel as if we need to do that more. So it's not that we haven't done Formentera, but I would
just need to
definitely
do
say we need to
more
go
of-
and do more.
And there's a lot more
Formentera.
restaurants and places to eat that are amazing and really enjoyable and like really good food, and you can have the longest lunch.
Yeah, and that's
lots
it.
Of wine.
And it's kind of, you feel as if you've left Ibiza, but you can look back over
But it's still
the
very
sea and look at
Ibizan.
Ibiza, and it feels like Ibiza and stuff.
Yeah,
It's lovely.
There's a lot of restaurants on my list. I also would love to do like a staycation or a spa day at that place we went to look for the wedding venue.
Hacienda?
Because it has those like infinity pools over the mountains and over the valley, and it's just beautiful.
That sounds
love
good.
it.
So in short, there's probably quite a few restaurants and
Mostly restaurants.
places.
There's a lot of restaurants.
I mean, our list of restaurants that we want to visit is quite long, but there is still plenty, and therefore that is a very good reason to stick
like
with
Hostel
us,
La
because
Tour.
as we go through them for the first time, we're definitely going to be making content out
Yeah,
of them.
I've not been to La Tour yet, so I want to go to Hostel La Tour for sunset. That'd be lovely. That's a
Alright.
good question. I could keep going. This could make another. I could have another Magnum. Let's go. I'm joking. Here's one from Rob Conway on Instagram. Have you found it difficult to stay close to friends in the UK? He said back home in the UK, having lived away for so long. I always have an issue with people saying that UK is home.
Yeah, it's not home anymore.
It's not been home for a long time for me. And it's not gonna be home anytime soon. And I I feel like people.
So just to get this straight, before you answer this guy's question, you're going to
rip it apart.
simply for the fact that he called it
and
back home in the UK.
And it's not just you, Rob. It's not just you. But everyone seems to think that, and then, but it's the same with a lot of people. Like your family, my family is like, oh, when you coming home? I'm like, I'm home right now. Like,
I'm currently sat.
I'm at my home.
I'm sat on my veranda in the front of my house.
And I was talking.
I am home.
And we actually talked about this with the Dobners yesterday, and about people who don't leave their hometown, and that's great, and people do that. But that is not home for me anymore. For like the past 6 years now, so
okay. So looking beyond
the
semantics and the use of language in his question,
semantics.
How have you found it? What was it? How have you found sort of like?
Have you found it difficult to stay close to your friends in the UK?
Okay.
I did before the wedding, because all of my best friends in the UK had this WhatsApp group that I didn't really know about.
Yeah.
But it was for the wedding. Because wasn't it? So it was for the.
Is
villa.
that when that group was made?
Yeah.
Is that why it's called what it's called?
Yes.
Okay.
And it's called Miss Vanjie because one of our friends is a drag artist, basically. Sorry, he doesn't listen. And dressed up as Miss Vanjie. So then when I got put into this WhatsApp group, and I felt a lot closer to these people instantly, and because there's chat every single day. We're going back in November for a big birthday for Sammy.
Oh, I can't wait for that.
That's going to be messy. Rented a house in Surrey, Somerset.
Definitely begins with an S. Suffolk?
No.
South Yorkshire?
No, I think it's Surrey.
Sunderland?
No.
Southampton? Southend? No, it's Surrey. It's Surrey.
It's Surrey. Idiot. And I feel a lot closer now than I did before. George, I've always been really, really close with. I have grown apart from some friends, which I've talked about.
It's natural, though, isn't it?
Especially when you go down.
Do you know what
paths.
I think, though? And I've got two thoughts on this one. Actually, I've got three thoughts on this one. Firstly, yes, we moved really far away. We went to the UAE, and I think as part of that, naturally, not seeing the same people and maybe not having those sort of in common things to talk about as regularly as you do, does mean that you sort of grow apart. But I think the true friends, the real friends, it doesn't actually matter how far apart you get anyway or how long you don't talk to them. You don't feel less apart from them because when you do talk to them, which might not be on the regular, it feels like normal.
Yeah.
Second thing I think is that when we've moved here, and I know that people have talked about it, people back in the UK have even said you feel closer.
Yes.
Like, whether it's the time difference, whether it's simply the fact that we've been able to get FaceTime to work because we're here now,
WhatsApp
but
calls.
it does work in the UAE now. But even just things like that have made it easier. But I would say a real thing recently, and it's very, very relevant, lockdown really and quarantine and COVID, I think brought us much closer to friends and family and it's a real positive from this horrible situation than we ever were before, because you were suddenly checking up on people more regularly, but also like nobody had anything to do, so you were jumping on Zoom calls and on WhatsApp calls and sort of going, let's just check in. Yeah, we'd have just wine nights, and our birthdays were during lockdown, and we just opened a Zoom room for the whole day, and friends that we hadn't spoken to for ages just dropped in and said hi. So I would say now we're in Ibiza, I feel closer to friends and family because I think it's a time difference thing and it's really easy to talk to them. And they also only feel they're only 2 hours away rather than 7 hours away.
And also a 1 hour time difference.
Yeah. And technology makes it really easy to just be closer to people. So I don't think it's been a struggle at all, really, to stay close to people that matter.
Oh, yes, but also that's the thing, like, you will always try and be friends with the people that you want to be and want to stay friends with. You'll put the effort in. If you don't put the effort in, then you don't want to be friends with that person.
Do you know what's weird, though? If it's the right person, it doesn't feel like effort anyway. It doesn't feel like effort for me to talk to somebody who lives in Canada.
Oh, yeah, it's effort.
He'll be
for
well
me.
Pleased at an hour and
it's
5
It's effort
minutes
for me,
in.
though.
Wow.
To speak to him.
I say it's no effort. It drains me. No,
God.
I'm joking. But, like, he's my best friend. He lives in Canada. I talk to him on average probably every 2 to 3 days. Some days, well, some of the time it's daily. There's no effort there. And I think, and this is it, if the person's important enough, it doesn't feel like effort because you just want to update them, you just want to talk to them, they just want to talk to you. So
Yeah.
I don't feel that the physical distance really makes much difference at all.
That's good.
Good question.
That was a good one. Thanks, Rob. Sorry for breaking up.
Question here. This is from Daniel off of YouTube, another YouTube comment. You've settled into your lovely house, congrats. But what features from all of the other places that you looked at would you love to pick up and plonk onto or into your new home?
That's a great question.
Brilliant question, and there's definitely answers to this.
Okay, where else did we see?
Because we saw some great places, and although we love where we live, it wasn't the easiest decision to make.
No, it wasn't. So, if I could plonk this place and, like, town was, like, 100 metres that way.
So you would move this place?
Yeah, but still have all the space that we have.
Yeah.
And the sunshine.
Well, the question
level,
was, what would you take from the other places and bring here?
the city.
So would you say the location?
Some original tiles from that kitchen in the one that we saw in our big town. Some of the original, like, Spanish tiles. I'd have those. And I would also take a roof terrace for lols, because we haven't got enough terraces.
I wouldn't rule out... Sorry, I know I said a lot of R's there. I wouldn't rule out being able to turn the roof of this house into a roof terrace.
Well, no.
Workmen have been up there. Workmen have been up there to fit our Wi-Fi.
Yeah, so
and they just walked around up there.
We'll just put a couple of deck chairs up.
So if we had a nice little staircase made, or even just a ladder.
Wooden ladder.
Wooden ladder, obviously. I love that you've already chosen the material for the roof terrace that we don't have. I wouldn't write it off.
That's an even better sunrise view.
It would be.
Oh,
do you know what I would
up there
pick?
one day.
Air conditioning in all of the rooms.
More air conditioning. Was there air conditioning in every room in any place that we saw, though?
That modern one in San An had air conditioning in every room.
Well, I loved that one in San An.
I know, that was your choice. For those who can't see right now, she's got a proper little face of the... Well, that was my choice. So we're about to have a domestic now on the fact that we live in this beautiful little house.
Was so beautiful.
Because it wasn't Tiv's first choice.
But we couldn't have a barbecue, so I take it back. I will take it back.
But okay, but I would take the air conditioning from that place and I'd fit it in here.
Yes, yeah, and the pool.
And the pool. Yes, yeah.
Oh, because next door hasn't said that we can use their pool yet, even though they said...
That's okay, because we're friends with the Dobners and we can use the pool at the Ink House.
Pool at the Ink House would be fun.
So you would take the original Spanish tiles, and I'm going to take the air conditioning.
Yeah, you're going to take modern amenities, and I'm going to take decor.
Lovely. I've got one
really
question left,
yeah,
so I'm going to throw it over. You can go first.
But my question's kind of to me. How do I like my new job from Tea Clubber on Spotlight? Actually, I had a couple of... I've been really, really busy and working really long days and actually sitting at the laptop for like 12 hours, maybe a couple of days.
Yeah, you've been working very hard.
And really, really working. And I did have a couple of thoughts of, is this the right thing? Did I come here to do this? Is this what I should be doing? But then, because I had some serious doubts, and then we went to meet them yesterday at the Ink House and sat there and chatted away with Rory and Claire, and I came away just going, this is completely right.
What was nice, I think, for you is that you really didn't talk work at all. You got to know, obviously, your new boss and the owner of the company and the artist behind the company. But we actually just got to know them as people.
Just sat there and chatted,
and I think that's really important when you're picking a career and picking a job, is that you believe in what you're doing. And up until then, of course, you love the brand and you're doing work that you're really, really good at. But I totally understand why you would be going, like, I'm working really hard for this, but is sitting at a desk and just being in front of a computer all the time what I signed up for when I came to Ibiza and stuff. But as you said yesterday, all the hard work you're doing right now, you only have to do once, because you're setting up systems for a company that don't have these systems in place yet.
Exactly.
And once they're in place,
It's
it's
lot
done.
of automation and a lot easier, and you deal with the odd thing, and therefore, like right now, it's like I said to you, like I feel like I have to prove my worth, and like I can do this type thing. So you always do more, don't you? Like I could stop at 6 and be like, right, that's me done for the day. But I'm like, yeah, but there's a couple of things I could do and just.
I think, but you know what that is though, and I think that's a real sign that you are doing work that you love. Because if it was work that you really didn't want to do, because you don't have to do this job. Let's be honest. You could be doing something else if you really wanted to.
I have
and
other projects, so
if you get to 6 o'clock when you have every right to basically switch off your notifications, switch off your phone, close your laptop, and then we go out. If you really wanted to do that, you could.
Yeah.
But you're not, and the reason you're doing that is because you are. Deep down, subconsciously or even consciously, you're working for a company and a person that you believe in and you like and you are interested in and you're passionate about. And I think that's important for anyone in their job. You need to be able to wake up in the morning and go, actually, I don't resent opening the laptop, and I'm kind of looking forward to what I'm going to achieve each day.
Yeah, exactly.
And when it gets to 6 o'clock, you go, actually, I'd really kind of like to finish this bit I'm on, so I'm going to do another hour.
Yeah.
And I think that's actually something to be excited about.
But what's lovely is that you don't mind that.
No, because I would if I really thought it was something that was stressing you out or wasn't good for you and your prospects in your career.
Yes.
I would play my husband card and I would say, sorry, but that's enough.
A whole
We're going
other
out.
thing to talk about.
Husband cards and wife
check
cards.
The camera again.
Yeah, check the camera. Sorry for those who are watching YouTube if for any reason we are just a black screen.
Yeah,
we know now. So sorry. There's nothing we can do about that at this stage. We'll be better. Maybe I need to figure out other ways to do this.
We're going to plug it in for long. We can just plug it in, right?
You knew what you signed up for when you came to this marathon episode.
We're idiots.
I doubt many people at this far in are still listening.
I know,
anyway.
you need to drink up because you need to get you need to finish up at some point, or a beer all night.
But in short,
you just need to
I
get
am
drunk.
pleased with what you're doing for your job.
Thanks.
I would, and you know this, I would tell you if I think it was something you shouldn't be doing.
True. Yeah, it's been great. I love it. I love the fact that we've got to go up there and chat and get involved and things like that. So yeah.
You
really,
work for
really
a brand that you love, and
Yeah.
you actually can't really put a price on
out of
that.
his mugs right now.
We are, and they're wonderful. My last question for you, my love, and no prizes for guessing who it comes from.
Oh, here we go.
Question for the podcast. Since I'm currently going through the process of packing up our life, ready to move to a different country.
Jessica Ashmore.
Not Jessica Ashmore, John Ashmore.
John Ashmore.
Jessica Ashmore is not doing any packing up right now.
She doesn't have to.
John Ashmore is packing up their entire house and life in the UAE, ready for their new life in Ireland, and I'm very pleased for them. This time next week, they'll be there.
No
Anyway,
way.
so John asks, since I'm currently going through the process of packing up our life, ready to move to a different country, what is the bit you both hate the most about packing and moving since you have done it so much?
John, let's put it out there. You're not packing anything yourself, are you?
Well, I did think this when I read it.
Douchebag. Like, come on.
There's a company coming to your house, mate, and they're packing up your house for you, and the next time you see it, it will arrive at your new house in Ireland and they'll unpack it for you.
But we'll
But we'll entertain your stupid question anyway.
So the
love
worst bit
you.
about packing for me is deciding what I need right now and what I won't need for 6 months.
Yeah.
Because I've never got it right. Because I've got stuff here that I don't give an absolute
No,
crap
and that's the
about.
thing. Do you know what? I know I talk about this with my parents a lot because they've lived in the same house for 33,
Oh my God.
34
How many
years.
things do they have?
And we do talk about the fact that because we've moved around and we've never been in a house longer than a year, but we've also... Oh, the black cat from the grounds is just walking past us. We've called him Bagheera because we're not original. We've talked about the fact that... us moving means we can declutter on the regular, and they always say, well, if we moved, it would take almost years to go through all the stuff because it's 34 years in one place. Having said that, you gain clutter really quickly, and you pack clutter more than you think.
Yeah, I can't wait to declutter when everything gets here and just sell a bunch of stuff.
If you watched our video from 2 or 3 days ago when only two boxes turned up,
most of it.
and we went through it and went, do you know what, we only packed this up a handful of months ago, maybe only a few weeks ago, and it's arrived, and because we've been without it for so long, I don't need anything that was in that box. There's a few things, but I'm looking at t-shirts and tops and things. I'm like, if I didn't need them for the last month of living here, maybe one or two, for example, what I'm donning right now, no one can see on YouTube because the camera's off, but I'm wearing a Jurassic Park t-shirt. I love, and I'm glad that turned up. But the majority, I don't need. And so I would say the hardest thing is really figuring out, do I need this?
Yes.
Because I don't think anybody needs half the stuff
But,
they've got.
you know, the important stuff came, like the HomePod.
The HomePod's amazing.
The HomePod is really good. But you freaked me out. I always wake up really, really early, so I just sometimes sit at the laptop in the living room and get on with some work. And then randomly, the creepiest version of You Are My Sunshine came on over the HomePod yesterday morning.
Yeah, I airplayed it from the bedroom.
You are my sunshine. I was like,
Completely
what?
freaked her out, guys. Absolute legend move. She came in, she like screamed, came in and went, "You just scared the shit out of me." I love having the HomePod just for that alone.
Oh, you dick. I'm gonna just turn it on in the middle of the night with some heavy metal. Then you can...
Brilliant. I mean, that's waking you up as much as it is
but
me.
if I'm just awake anyway.
I also quite like heavy metal. So.
Not at 2 a.m, you don't?
Depends on the night out.
Well.
Anyway, that question obviously was from John Ashmore, who is currently going through the process of moving. I wish them all of the luck, and I am looking forward to visiting them in Ireland.
Let's go to Ireland, drink some Guinness. What else do they do?
They do the river dance.
Wow.
Looking forward to learning a little bit more Irish culture, it would seem.
Yes. How's the wine? Are you nearly done?
Oh, I'm getting there. Have we finished the bottle? Are we both... Yeah? Okay. How do you feel about drinking a Magnum during an episode, love?
I feel like we're boring people.
I'm going to go through the analytics of this one.
And when people drop off.
And Do you know what, though? Do you know what we haven't done? And this will be a true test.
We've not put an emoji.
We haven't put an emoji out there.
Is there one that's based... Can we do the cat?
Yes, send us any cat. There's the cat faces, isn't
Yeah,
there?
cat
So cat
face.
with hearts in their eyes and
Send a
things
cat
like that.
with the hearts in their eyes, because
The
I've
cat
got
with
the
the hearts
Cheshire
in their
Cat
eyes.
mug for my
I've
mum.
never been more serious about this. If you are listening right now, whoever you are, wherever you're listening, we need you to send us an emoji
Sounds like
via...
Live Aid. Are you okay?
You need to send us via a DM, a message on Facebook, a comment on YouTube. It doesn't matter how it gets to us. Send us the cat
Print
with
it out
hearts
and send
eyes
it.
emoji. If you have to print it out, put it in an envelope and send it
Just
to
send it to your
Ibiza, then do that, because that will give us an idea about whether or not we should ever do
That is
this
a
length episode ever
shout.
again.
119, and we're only just putting the...
Well, according to the Mac,
It's
we're at 119.
but
I
we
am editing
may-
some bits of this out. So
Yeah.
we're probably at 115, I would say. We're
Yeah,
probably a little
maybe.
bit lower. So it's not that long. If
Smashed
you
it.
can't sit,
If you
and
should
listen.
still be in the gym. You should be doing your cardio right
yeah,
now.
go do your cardio now. Finish off, do your stretches, whatever it is you do. If you're on your way home from your jog and this is the last bit,
Do another lap.
you just, go round the block once
Crack
more.
on.
Yeah.
I haven't exercised in a long time.
Ah, fuck it. You live in Ibiza.
Yeah.
And the work you do enough is burning
I
the brain
wish
calories.
Brain calories were the same as physical calories.
I know that. Oh no, the battery went on that, didn't
Yeah,
it?
it's dead. So you're gonna have to do like a black video screen.
So
I think we can close off now because I've finished.
I'm very close to finishing.
Perfect.
We're not doing an Urbas, or have we drunk enough
I
already?
think we're okay, my love.
So we're going out this evening. We're going to go visit some friends.
Exactly. We're going out for a drink.
We're going to go.
Got to stumble down the hill.
We're going to go see some friends for a drink, and we've had a bottle of wine each already. They're going to love hanging out with us.
So much.
Thank you for listening to episode 10. It is back to normal next week. We'll go back to just the one
We could have
regular
Dems,
size.
though.
Oh, we will have a visitor, and we do have a microphone.
Oh.
Anyway, thank you so much for always listening. Thank you so much for always commenting.
I am shocked at the fact that this has actually worked out.
Are you shocked?
The marriage.
Are you shocked?
No.
Me too, love, if I'm honest, me too. It's a miracle. No, thank you so much for always watching, always listening. We really do truly appreciate it. All the questions that we got sent this week, thank you, because you filled the time. Like, it's barely our podcast anymore. It's
I love it.
It's our listeners' podcast.
Are you
so
okay?
keep them coming through. Keep sending them. We will be back to normal next week with a regular sized bottle of wine, but with a guest. Yeah.
I've been me. You've been you.
M&T. Diddly do. Don't break the china. Don't break the china. Bye. Bye. Oh no, that's RuPaul's Drag Race. I'm not doing it. No, it's over. I'm done. Never doing it again.